All right, hello guys. I have a mic today, so hopefully things sound better. But yeah, we're gonna finish up this little oil sketch I did the other day. Oops. So we got pretty far, I think. It's really small, so this shouldn't take us too long. But yeah, we got pretty far in it the other day. I guess I should see if this paint is still. Yeah, it's still wet. Okay, so that's a good thing. The paint's still wet, or for the most part, I guess. It could be a little more wet. Okay, I'm gonna put down some paints. So we've got yellow ochre, this red, whatever it is, a naphthol red. Sounds tasty. We have ultramarine, always tremendous. And then we have, maybe I used too many colors, I feel like, because this is kind of a lot. We have Naples yellow, we have a black, a white, and then a burnt sienna, which should be the last one. Oh no, I have one more. Burnt sienna, and then we also have this like gel kind of thing. I don't fully know what it does. It's supposed to make things creamier, I think, but sometimes it does, sometimes I don't know. Can't really tell if it's working. But all right, I actually have the reference. Let's pull the reference back up. I was gonna go like freestyle, but I think we should pull the reference up. Hopefully I still have it. I think I should. But, yeah, here it is. Okay. So this was the reference that we were working from. And so yeah. I'm gonna try and there we go. And again, the idea was something like this. Something very like stark and clear. Not sure if we're quite there yet. I think we need some better like clarity with some of the shapes. So we're gonna keep working at it. First thing I want to do is add in a more vibrant color to the whole thing. And I'm streaming horizontally, even though I know less people will come in, but I think it'll be better for anyone that watches it later. So let me know if you appreciate that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine myself watching a vertical live stream back. So I figured you guys probably would prefer a horizontal one as well. All right, let's see. I just want to toss in like really bright color. Oh yeah, this feels good. It's like mostly dry. Not dry, but it's like you can paint on top of this now. One thing I kind of have a hard time with in painting is playing with transparency. A lot of times I just want to put the color where it goes and not like play with transparency or like I don't even know really how to explain it that well. But like I tend to use paint like pretty much all at the same thickness, rather than having like some parts of it be thin poking through and some parts being thick over top. I kind of just put everything like at the same level, and I think that is kind of I would like to get past that a little bit. But right now I'm definitely not doing that. I'm definitely not going against it right now. I'm kind of doing the same thing as always. I also, when I looked back at the painting, like since I started it, I really don't like the whites. Or I guess I didn't. But looking at it right now in person, doesn't the whites of the eyes don't annoy me that much. But I think something about them when I first saw it like really made me cringe or just not really like it. I think what I meant to say by the first statement is, you know what? Let me see if the audio is even working. Sorry, that's not what I meant by the first statement. That's just completely offhand comment. I want to make sure the audio is working. Hold on, let me check first. Okay, I think the audio is okay. What I was gonna say is that by the first comment I made about like the transparencies and stuff, I think I tend to be a very literal painter sometimes, or at least I try my like I try to paint literally, meaning like I just whatever I see, as soon as I try to put down, or whatever I like am able to. It's actually really hard to explain, but like right there when I just put this line down, this was supposed to be a wrinkle, and like I literally just put it down. Like I think that's kind of elementary a little bit, but I don't really know how to get past it, to be honest with you. I don't really know how to get past like the elementary stage of like just what colors where they go. That's something I need to work on for sure. Okay, this is something I was waiting for the last time. I wanted to paint these little fur tufts on the coat. Yeah, there we go. That's much easier than last time. Last time I was like struggling to get anything to go on top of this. This has nothing to do with painting, but recently I was looking into uh, this program called AmeriCore or AmeriCore, um, and I was getting like super excited about the idea of going and like being part of it. And I recently heard that they might be like done or they might not exist anymore. And actually like really hurt my say hurt my feelings. Like it really made me like it really bursted my bubble, I guess you could say. Because it looks so cool. Like you spend time doing service for like 10 months, and then you come back and you I don't know, try to do something else. But it's like service for America, but you like get moved around consistently or like really often. And I thought that was really cool. But apparently it doesn't exist anymore. Or apparently it's not going to exist anymore. So I don't know what to do. Not sure. Hey, momentary narration. Yeah, maybe it is a looser approach. I just kind of started. Actually, it's kind of similar to how I start things usually. But this is oil, so it looks kind of crazy right now. You know what I think could help us out? And I think would help me out personally is a good old-fashioned outline. Let's do a good old-fashioned outline. You gotta be careful that I don't want to get too... Actually, should we do an outline? That might actually mess it up. Nah, let's do it. Let's see if this messes it up. Let's see. This gel stuff is really strange. It doesn't make me feel good about the painting. Like this little gel stuff that you mix into your paint. I've also been really surprised about how little it smells. Because every time I see like the people that I like paint with sometimes, whenever they paint with oil paint, it like smells crazy. But this doesn't really smell. Maybe it's because I'm using cheaper oil paint. I haven't dove face first into like expensive brands and stuff. And maybe the more expensive brands stink. What's OMS? What's OMS? Is that a brand or is that a... Or maybe I'm completely stupid. I feel good about this practice though. This really is like one of my like only times of really using oil paints. I don't really use oil paint very often. I think for that sake, like it's doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah, what's OMS? Yeah, this one's just so this painting is so much clearer, this one, than what I did. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Oh, odorless mineral spirits. No. I don't know. I don't know. Should I be using it? I'm literally only using like literal just like paint, and then I have this stuff. I don't even really know what this is. Like I think it's a solvent, so I think it makes the paint thinner, kind of like a paint thinner. Yeah, I don't know. This is what I have. I haven't really been like taught in the ways of oil painting yet, so I'm still kind of a noob. Okay. Maybe I should start using it. Maybe I should. The thing is, I don't want to have like a big setup for really any medium I use. I don't like to have like a huge setup. I like to be able to just kind of, but I guess that wouldn't be too much of a setup. But I really like when I can just like bust out the material. Ooh, that's okay. That's actually really smart. Okay, maybe I should use that because I'm literally using like a cup of oil. I'm literally just using a cup of oil to clean my brush. I want to work with oil when it's like this, when it's like thick and yeah, I want to work with like this. I think I should do that more. I like when it's like loose and watercolory, but I don't really think that's the point of oil. Is to be super like thin, watery. I mean, you can do that. I think people do. I know for a fact people do, but I think I want to work like this, like really fat brush and thick paint. Because if I'm not doing that, like, why am I using oil? I'm not really a blender. I don't really blend. I should just get more fat with the paint. Oh my goodness! Could you imagine how fun this would be for painting outside? I think this would be so fun with oil. Maybe I should do that. Maybe that should be my next thing. Bringing my oil paints outside. Yeah, I'm gonna sign it, even though I'm not technically finished with it. I'm gonna sign the painting, um, just in case I don't get too much further in it. Let's take some blue. All right, now we can kind of have fun with it. I'm gonna put in some more blue down in like the chin. You can't even see that. Let's do this. Make it brighter a bit. I don't like when the brush gets really like juicy. Like changes the whole shape of the brush. I don't like that too much. I think I should get something to clean my brush. That's definitely something I hadn't even thought about until now, because I never clean my brushes. I haven't painted planar with oils much, but I think I would like it more with gouache. My gouache dries out quick. Yeah, I like that about gouache, that it dries out so quick. But I imagine you can paint like kind of like alla prima, paint kind of all at once with oil as well. It's definitely not going to dry, but like the thickness you can get is probably crazy. I don't really know what I'm doing with this painting anymore. I don't really know. I think it would have been beneficial. Well, first of all, I think the reference wasn't great. We're already making excuses. I haven't even finished the painting and I'm already making excuses. But I think the reference wasn't great. It's like a good reference, but like it's not what I was looking for. And I think, yeah, that's a big thing. I like that my palette dries quick, but not my gouache palette. My gouache palette is like I pretty much use a dry palette. I don't know how yours. Momentary narration. Do you like baby your palette a little bit? Because I used to do that. And I used to like use a spray bottle and like my palette all the time and mix it up. Literally like every like 30 minutes and like push the things in and like you know what I mean. But I have gotten over that. I just don't do that anymore. I just don't have the I don't have the care to do that with my palette anymore. I used to though. I definitely used to. I used to be really into that. Like I would baby my palette a lot. But now there's no point. Like the paint works okay if you don't do that, so I'm fine. With all that work, I'm just gonna wipe it out. I also like that gouache doesn't stain my hands like this. Because now I just have red fingers now. Could you imagine if you were painting with brown paint? That would be ridiculous. Just have brown paint all over you. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No. I think that's. I think either way is fine. I know a lot of people that work straight from the tube. I'm just such like a. I don't want to waste it, so I just work from the palette. But yeah, there's definitely people who work straight from the tube. I know people who work like straight from the tube or the bottle or whatever. Also, have you guys ever seen those big like bottles of gouache? It's called like POBO. Have you seen those? Let me look. I'm gonna look one up for you. I don't know if these are any good, but I've thought about buying these before. POBO gouache. It's not called POBO. It's called PBO or Pebio or whatever. Pebio, not POBO. Trying to find a picture. Did they stop selling it or what? Oh, here's something like it. Okay, this is kind of similar. But no, it's not. Sorry. I think it's this. Is this it? No, this is different. But it's kind of like this. Like they sell these big tubes of gouache. I can't seem to find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. They sell like these huge tubes of paint for like $11, or sorry, $18. I think that's crazy. I've definitely thought about it. Definitely, I've thought about it. And it says studio, but I mean, literally, it looks like, I don't know. It looks kind of cool though. Looks kind of cool. But it reminds me of when I started painting and I was using tempera, or using white tempera, or kids tempera. I used to buy, well, I had watercolor, and then I used to use kids tempera as like the white gouache. So I would use watercolor, and then I would use this type of paint as like the gouache, and it always made things. Well, first of all, it had like a really like interesting smell, and then on top of that, it would always make things very chalky and like dry on top, which is weird. But that's the best I had back then. So, but yeah, that was an interesting time. Yeah, kids tempera. I kind of feel like I'm done with this painting. I don't really know like what else to do, and I kind of like how it looks. So maybe we'll just do like a couple more dots. I have a couple more things to fix, but then after that, I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna call that one done. Okay. Yeah, this is just a little sketch. We can call this one done for today. I guess forever, honestly. I don't really plan to retouch it. Whatever. Okay. The next thing I wanted to maybe touch on was a plan for a bigger painting that I had. So let me put away my paints real quick. Or at least my oil paint. Put these away. Okay, so the idea for the painting is, let me grab, where is that? Okay. The idea is in this sketchbook. Let me see. Okay, there it is. So this, let me pull it up. This is the idea for the painting. I need to work out. Well, I guess first, do I really want it to be? This is some studies I've done of it. Do I really want it to be on canvas? That's one question. And then the second, well, okay, I'm gonna grab a canvas real quick. So I have these. I have this 24 by 12. Let's see. bring you guys up a bit. Oh, there we go. So I've got this 24 by 12, which had a painting on it originally, but now it's gone. I think that's too tall, honestly. I think that's too tall for this form factor. Or I could do it, but it would be a lot of sky. Like, we could do that. You know, I always wondered if Sharpie marker like bleeds through. Let's see. And if not, maybe I'll do this more often because I kind of like just using Sharpie. So you could do this sort of thing. So the idea is like, the woman would be like here. She'd be like there. Her shoulders take up like this much. It's like a really nice feeling is the Sharpie on canvas. She has like this kind of thing going on. More like this. And then you know what? I guess we could do that because it's not that bad. And then I guess that would let us do full body too. Maybe her hand is like this. What do hands do? I don't know. Maybe she's like. What do hands do? Oh my goodness. What do hands? Let's see. You know, maybe her hand's like by her side because that makes no sense. Maybe her hand's like this. Maybe this hand is like over her stomach or something. You know what's also crazy? I saw a comment today that literally began to make my mind just like unravel. I saw, well, when it wasn't that bad, but I saw a comment today. And if you guys know who Judd, do you guys know who Judd Mercer is? Literally, such an absolutely talented painter, like literally an amazing painter. And there's somebody left a comment on like something he was working with, and they said like, learn to teach or learn to paint before you pretend to teach people to paint. Like, dude, what? Judd Mercer is literally like so good. That's literally like an artist like worst fear that someone's gonna like say something like that to them. But yeah, I just remember like what in the world? Okay, then she wouldn't mind putting the horizon below them like this. And then, so this is the thing. I want to do, that's crazy. I gotta look this up. Danny Saber actually painted a thing right at a place I want to, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Danny Saber did a painting at a location that looks like this painting. So I want to pull that up real quick. I'm all over the place. Let's see where it's at. Let's see. It was a short. Let me see. It's been a long time ago. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Oh. Okay, where is this? No. Oh, there we go. Here, hold on. Sorry. I almost thought he didn't say where he was at. Oh, he didn't say where he's at. Okay. Well, whatever. He did this thing where there's like mountains, but I like the way that they're shaped. So they're kind of like very vertical, like something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect this first time. I think we're just kind of. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe I want this one to be kind of tall. Like that. Okay. And the idea would be that she's lit from like this way. So I guess we would just like Shadow that side of her face. Cast a shadow here. Cast a shadow there. Maybe this catches that like this. I think her arm's too wide. I guess we'll see if this Sharpie bleeds through. Something like this. That. And then here. Okay, this is definitely too wide as well. Maybe add in her feet. Or maybe not. Maybe we don't add her feet in. Maybe add like a little something, but that's it. Something like that. And then for the sky, I think we should have something going on, but I think. This is definitely very rough. I think this would be probably in like acrylic, I think. At least it would be an acrylic first, at least, at the very least. This sound is incredible. I love how that sounds on the, what's it called, on the canvas. Okay, so if she's being lit this way, boom, that means this is lit this way too, so that all the shadows would be like on the back sides of the mountains. And maybe I would like her to kind of fade into the, not fade in, but like that shadow side to be there. And maybe do something like this. Okay, something like that. Something like that. I like this. I like this idea. I think her proportions are honestly messed up, but this literally makes no sense. I'm sorry, this literally makes no sense. There's light being cast here, and there's a sun in the background. Makes no sense. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Though I think I probably will change that. I guess we should see. Let's see if the paint covers it up or not. You ever get like 20 minutes into a sketch and it doesn't make any sense? That's where we're at. I guess we're just gonna mix like right on this paper because there's no other reason or no other place to. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna block some stuff in. I just want to see if really I just want to see if the Sharpie can get covered up or if it's literally gonna be like a stain. I think that does happen sometimes. Don't have a bigger brush. So we'll use, I don't know. You know, sometimes I see like the Chinese art schools and they'll be using like or the ones on YouTube, and they'll be using like they'll use fan brushes for the whole thing. I think it's really impressive because the fan brush is probably one of the least accommodating brushes. Let's see. Oh no, it gets covered up. Yeah, it gets covered up. Just want to touch everything in. Maybe this will help us also. It's crazy I did this with like no sketch. I probably should have done this with a sketch. If I was smart, I would have had a sketch beforehand. I do have a reference photo, but I just didn't really... Well, I didn't plan on doing this painting today. Just planned on finishing the last one, not this one. Portions are all over the place. I do want to slow down though. I don't want to take it crazy fast. I'll put in like the baseline today, but I have a painting that I started like this that I was really pumped to finish. Let me grab it actually. I was so pumped to work on this painting. I got like most of the way through it, and then you know what? Maybe we should do this one first. I kind of feel bad for leaving this painting in the dust, as because I actually really like it. So maybe you know what? Yeah, I think before I move on to this one, I probably should finish this one. I'll still finish whatever I'm doing right now, but I want to come back to this painting. I think it'll be good. I just think I need to figure out what I'm doing with the kids' faces because right now they're really like rough. I have no clue what to do with them. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna put this back up. I'm gonna touch some more on this, but I'm not gonna finish this today. Yeah, I don't want to leave one of my paintings like totally left out in the dust. Because that one also had some meaning to it as well, which I would love to finish it, maybe pursue something with that one. And it's really rare that a painting of mine has meaning, or at least in the way that one does. Crazy I don't have a yellow ochre in oil or acrylic paint. Crazy. I don't know how I've just been doing this without yellow ochre all this time. I don't love a lot of other yellows besides yellow ochre. I think most other yellows make greens that are a little too true green. I guess we're going to see that here. This is going to be close to a little too close for me to true green. Just soaking this paper. I hope nothing important was underneath this. If it is, it's gone probably. So yeah, this was the idea. This is the idea. I think it'll look okay. I'm just gonna toss in some blue, and then we'll be probably done with this one for a bit. I'd really like to finish the other one. I'm actually like really inspired now to finish the other one. I just need to figure out what I'm doing with the kids' faces. So yeah, this was the idea. Oh my goodness! I just got a bunch of paint on my tablet. All right, let's wipe it off. But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. I feel inspired now to work on the other painting, and so yeah, hopefully I'll be streaming again soon. Thank you guys for checking in, and thanks y'all. Thanks for momentary narration. Thank you for chatting, and it's always a great time. So I'll see you guys later.